All right. All right. We are live. We are live. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Real quickly, just need to give it a minute. Let everyone come in. I even gave my dog a special treat so he can amuse himself for a little bit. This won't be a long one because we don't have all that much to cover. But we got some gold for you. Now, with that said, I do have a food order coming. I just couldn't hold out anymore, man. And how hard is it to get good, healthy breakfast? All I wanted was a good, nice bowl of freaking yogurt, just yogurt with fruit and granola, and everything's like all junk and shit in it. Like they got to put syrups and they got to put like vanilla yogurt so it's flavored. So it's the fake shit. You just can't get like a healthy bowl of freaking yogurt and a bowl of oatmeal. But anyway, I have a food order coming within the next 30 minutes, and the Bellmans should bring it up. They better bring it up. Anyway, with that said, let's dive right in. We got a Game 7. We got Major League Baseball. We got WNBA. UFC is gone. Welcome, 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 boys. Yeah, we're just going to keep grinding, man. We're just going to keep grinding. I told you, I have one goal. That's it. If our goals aligned, I'm not going to disappoint you. I will not disappoint you. And that's my goal is to profit in 2026. For that, the capital that I've allocated for sports betting produces a return on investment. That's it. So I don't feel foolish for not allocating that money into the stock market, into the crypto market, into commodities, into real estate, into other good ventures and investments. And as I said, there's ups, there's downs. I swear to you, as of Friday, I shared with you last week my stock portfolio, and it's now up about 48%, up 48% for the year. Now, as you guys saw, I was asked to begin streaming at least once a week. Multi times a week is preferable. So I will be doing that. And there we'll be able to discuss, anything. It don't matter. Obviously we do that in the steam room as well, but I'm just saying it's not necessarily just sports betting related. But more importantly, it'll give me an opportunity to answer a lot of questions and share a lot of time-sensitive stuff that comes in. If you go to my Twitter, my original Twitter is gone. Obviously, you guys know that got hacked. Greek_gambler is no more. So you go to Yanni the Greek _. There is a post that has the links. Next week will be the launch. So check that out, and we'll go from there. Get that out of the way. Now, move into what we have going on. We had a really good week. Cut that negative in half. Cut what we have to make up in half going into today. So I'm excited about that. And as I said, if your goal is to profit for the year, then we partner up and we make this happen. And we come into the steam room every week to remind each other, manage risk correctly. How do we do that? We don't overbet our edge. Why? Because we are become a mathematical certainty to go broke if we do. I don't care what kind of information you have. It doesn't matter. When they were fixing NBA games, when Sheep was fixing NBA games with Dunahee wasn't 100%. Okay? Even with games they were trying to fix, they weren't 100%. We have to remember that even when corrupt, there's no locks. So we got to go approach it with the mindset of risk management. Bet like a stud. Bet like a sharp. Bet like you do this for profit. Don't bet. Just put a Post-it right next to you. Don't bet like a jerk off. And every morning look at that and say, don't wait. I'm going to remind myself today, don't bet like a jerk off. And what does that mean? That means I don't make it easy on the bookie. Okay? And how do I make it easy on the bookie? I make it easy on the bookie by placing bad bets. What's a bad bet? taking bad numbers. Once the line moves and I'm like, oh man, I wanted it at -3. It's now -4 or even 3.5. And I still bet it. No, that's betting like a jerk off. Number 2, I'm going to place a bet and I only look into one of my sports books. I don't have 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 different places to shop. That's betting like a jerk off. So we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to chase. We're never going to chase. What happened yesterday is irrelevant. Whether we won or lost is irrelevant. Okay? Because we do this for profit. We don't do this for fun. We don't do this for action. And there's one way to profit from sports betting. It's identify inefficiencies in the market, bet those inefficiencies, knowing you're not going to hit them all. But if you manage your risk correctly, when the dust settles and you placed enough bets so randomness is eliminated from the equation, you will be profitable. Just like a card counter. The most efficient card counter on the planet. I think I'm in the top 1% there. But forget me. We'll say someone 10 times better than me, who's in the 0.0000001% of the planet, okay? They know they're going to beat the game, but they don't know they're going to win the session. They don't know they're going to win the week, the weekend, the month, okay? Because you don't know you're going to play enough hands to have randomness not affect your results. Same thing with sports betting. The difference is in blackjack, you could make 200 bets an hour versus a fast dealer one-on-one. With sports betting, to place 200 bets, most of us need 3 to 4 weeks. And that's volume, guys. That's if you're a volume guy like me. If you're not a volume guy and you're betting 3-4 bets a day, what do you need? 50 days? You need almost 2 months. 2 months to place the amount of bets you place in 1 hour of blackjack. That's why in blackjack, you see what having an edge actually does in real time. That's why those of you that have partnered up with me for the year, make sure you get your blackjack course. It's free, okay? That's the $5,000 course I'm telling you now. I paid $5,000 for that exact course, and you get it for free. Everything in that course is going to arm you to be a favorite versus the casino. If you learn what's in that course, there's zero chance the casino will be favored against you. Meaning you'll know what game to play, what to buy in for, what to bet, what your edge is before the hand is dealt. You'll know all that stuff. So all you have to do is follow the program. Well, why that carries over so well to sports? Because with sports, the edge is pretty much the same. It's small, but it's enough to where if you manage your risk the right way and are good at it, you can make a living doing nothing else but betting sports. But here's the difference. It's 1 bet out of every 20. Let that sink in. The difference between having to get a regular job out in the real world and being able to bet sports and do nothing else is 1 bet out of every 20. Okay? In the real world, if I go 10-10 and I'm straight betting, I'm going to go broke. The juice is going to eat me alive, okay? Unless I'm able to pinpoint those bets that I bet more on. But bottom line is 10-10, you're going broke. 11-9, you're turning a profit, right? So the difference between 10-10 and 11-9 is the difference between being a winning bettor and a losing bettor. That's 1 bet out of every 20, okay? That's why we shop for the best lines. That's why we don't chase. That's why we don't bet bad numbers. And that's why we wait for the market to come to us. And we have a long-term plan. It's like I showed you with my portfolio. At one month in, the S&P was up 5-6%. My portfolio was down. I wasn't concerned. I knew the companies I was investing in. I knew the entrance prices I wanted. When the market was coming to me, my trades would get executed. Well, here we are 6 months later, and that now is up close to 50%. Same thing here. When December 31st rolls around, That's when we will be graded for 2026. Until then, it's all just the process. So real quickly, let me tell you how we bet size so we could get into some actionable information. The plays come out at Wager Talk 1% to 5%. That's not a bet size recommendation. That's a rating, a strength of the play. 1 the weakest, 5 the strongest. We bet a quarter of that. That's the percentage of our bankroll. That's it. So we've already determined that. First day, January 1st. I have $10,000. I know what I'm betting. 0.25% for a 1% play, 0.50 for 0.5%, 0.75 for 3%, 1% of bankroll for 4%, and 1.25% of bankroll for 5%. So I know with a $10,000 bankroll and a 5% play, which is my strongest, I'm still only betting $125. Now you tell me, how many sports bettors in the real world with 10 dimes in their pocket are betting $125 on their best bets? Right? None of them, right? Well, guess why 99.5% of sports bettors have negative lifetime earnings? That right there is why. So they could talk all the shit they want and show off about all the big bets they're placing and make great little videos of the big bets and how they're placing all this big action. They're all down money, bro. They're all down money. All of them. All of them are down money. The sports books have all their money. And the ones that are showing you that are betting 100,000, 300,000, they're really down money. Those guys are down 7 figures. They're the 7-figure club. Like they've lost 7 figures to those books. For sure. For sure. And those books have determined you pose zero risks to us. None. We'll take 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. You pose no risk to us at all. That's what they're telling you in those Instagram videos when they're placing 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 during the regular season on a baseball game, on an NBA game. What they're telling you is I've lost millions of dollars betting sports. It's exactly what they're telling you, because there is zero winning bettor on the planet that could get that money down at that sports book. Zero, none, no one. That's not my opinion. That's fact. That's fact. There's not a winning bettor on the planet that could get that money down through that sports book that influencer is showing you his bet. Not a single one. That's the bottom line. That's the truth. This is a hard racket, bro. Very few of us make money doing this, but there are those of us that do actually do this for real. And we've learned by going broke multiple times. That was the price of my education. I have an Ivy League sports betting education. I've lost a lot of money. One day that ended. I woke up that next day and said, that's never going to happen to me again. And for most of you, you can do that tomorrow morning too. In fact, you could do that today because you already have the fucking knowledge. You already know what you shouldn't be doing. And when you fuck up, you already know you fucked up. And now you're just hoping to be the product of good luck. You know when you overbet, you know all that shit. You know when you take a bad number, you know when you're chasing, you know when you're gambling, you know that. You're seasoned enough to know that. But do you have the discipline to change that behavior? Do you have the discipline to correct that behavior? That's what separates the few of us, and I'm proud of that, bro. Yeah, this is me bragging. I make my money, I make my living betting sports every day. I could walk right now to that next table and pull out 10 tickets I placed just last night from at the window. I bet every day. I look for plus EV bets to place, knowing that when the dust settles, I'll have made a profit. So with that said, please, if there's one takeaway, and you don't even have to be a subscriber of mine, you don't have to partner with me or any of that, please make it difficult on your bookie. Don't overbet your edge. You want to make it hard on them? Keep it at 0.5%. Don't even go to 1%. Have the fucking discipline to bet 0.5% of your bankroll per play. Do that for 6 months. Show you have the discipline and that you're built for this shit. Do it. It's like dieting. It's like working out. Show you have the discipline to do it for 6 months. Don't diet for a week. Don't do it for a month. We all know by February, most that signed up at the gym for New Year's for their resolution have already quit going. So give yourself 6 months. See if this becomes a habit. It did for me, and I'll never go back, bro. I'll never go back. Sure, I make some mistakes. I make some mistakes here and there still. I'm human, but I'll never bury myself. I'll never fool myself into thinking this can't lose. I could bet everything. I could unload. That's fun to say, but in the real world, that's the quickest way to go broke. It's fun to make videos saying that shit. It's awesome for content. But in the real world, that's how you go broke. All right, real quickly, let me just grab that. That's my that's the bellman. That's the bellman. Hey, relax. Slow down. Slow your roll. Slow down. Slow down. Relax. Hey, relax. You're doing us a favor, bringing us our food. Shut up. What'd I say? Oh, you can toss that down. Hey, what's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? Seriously? No treats. No treats. What's the matter with you? Go lay down. Go lay down. We ain't got patience for that shit today. Let's go. Jackpot ain't having it, dude. Jackpot ain't having it. Come here. Get over here. Daddy loves you. Who loves? Dude, this dude, he's got the best life. He's got the best life. Look how big he's gotten. Trust me when I tell you, this little man has the best life. He loves me so much. I let him sleep next to me every freaking night. Every night. Now he could hold his pee. The first night I brought him home, bro, he was so shaken and scared. I let him sleep on me, and he actually peed on me, the poor guy. I was like, what the fuck? But he loves me to death, man. I'm his guy. I'm his guy. And I love him to death. You're going to ruin my shirt. Another one you're going to ruin. Get him, bud. Get him, Jack. Yeah, dude, he's almost 4 pounds. When I got him, I had to take him to the vet. The very next day, he was 1.8 something pounds, not even 2 pounds. My man's almost 4 pounds now. I told him he's got to start dieting. I can't have that. I mean, it's cute when he's chubby and small, but I don't want a fat dog. I did that to one of my dogs, and yeah, it's not good. They don't live a healthy life, and they're lazy. Hey, we're betting now. Relax. All right. Now, we have one bet so far that we placed in Daddy's Gambling. We have one bet that we placed so far in Major League Baseball. That's Minnesota. Minnesota plus 125. Minnesota plus 125. Now, I also, as you know, I work with power ratings. We now not only power rate, obviously, each matchup, but my guy sends me an implied win probability and total for every single MLB game. So here's how I do it now. Obviously, I handicap the matchup the way I do. I circle those sides and totals I like. The next that's the night before. For today's games, I did it last night. This morning, my boy sends me all implied win probabilities for every matchup and total and any updates to power ratings for all the different markets he's now doing. He's slowly but surely transitioning to become a full-time quant for sports betting. You have to stop. He's seeing now that the money you're able to make doing this for us is more than he's making going to his 40-hour-a-week job. So he slowly but surely, his passion project is now becoming his job. Is there anything more beautiful than that? Like getting to love what you do. I'm telling you now, if you love what you do, you'll be great at it. And if you're great at something, you'll make a lot of money doing it. It's inevitable. It don't matter what it is. Like if you love cooking, if you love painting, if you love whatever it is, but love it, love it, love it to where that's what you do. Like this is what I did when I had to hold a real job. And when I left that job, I'd be online handicapping, following line moves at the Stardust, like what I did until I was able to obviously support myself doing it, until I learned with discipline not to burn through bankrolls. That's all changed. Hey, what did Daddy say? We got to relax now. We got a show going on. Chill. Chill. All right. Now, this guy, the same exact thing's happening where he loves this. He loves what he does. He has no idea whether we're winning or losing with his information. He just loves the challenge of power rating these teams and getting all that data and trying to become more and more efficient. It's amazing to see. Okay, so that why I share that is because I will be able to give you our implied win probability for every single matchup going forward, which is amazing. Like for example, Minnesota. The reason we bet Minnesota is, and that's why it's a 3% play, is because I don't have Minnesota winning this game. We have what's it called? Where's that? The Pirates winning. And you're like, wait, why do you bet Minnesota if you have the Pirates winning? Because we have it 51-49 as far as the implied win probability. So yes, the Pirates are slightly favored. But the betting line is higher than it should be. And he's taught me so much, believe it or not. Like I've been doing this forever, and this dude's taught me a lot. I had no idea that very few teams, in fact, there's only he has 5 teams that actually have any type of home field advantage in baseball. That's it. 5 teams. Cubs, Rangers, Mets, Rockies, Phillies. And believe it or not, the strongest home field advantage is the Philadelphia Phillies. Most teams have 0. It doesn't matter. Like for teams like the Orioles, Mariners, Giants, White Sox, Pirates, Cleveland, Arizona, no home field advantage at all. It doesn't matter. A few teams have a negative home field advantage where he takes away from their rating for that day if they're playing at home. And that's the Astros, the Nationals, the Athletics, believe it or not. Those teams are a negative when playing at home. Just a little something to ponder. Now, here's why we bet the future on the Rays. Because, yes, right now they've won more games than they should win, than they're going to win. Okay? Right, here's the bottom line. Right now, let me look at Tampa's. Let me pull up. I'm so glad you asked this. And this is really good stuff. This is where, for you guys that handicap your own shit, pay attention here. Pay attention. Let me pull up the standings. All right. Tampa Bay right now is 35-19. They've won 65% of their games. Okay. Here's why right now, short term, I'm not high on Tampa Bay. Because when the season's over, Tampa Bay won't even be a 60% win team. They won't win 60% of their games. In fact, Tampa Bay won't win 59% of their games. In fact, Tampa Bay will probably not win 58% of their games when the season ends. All right? But they're still going to be a 92 to 91, 92 win baseball team. They'll still have the second best record in all of the American League. The only team that's going to have a better record than them are the New York Yankees. So the only reason the Tampa won't win 60% of their games is because they're in a division with the Yankees and Toronto, all right, who both are going to be above, that 50, 52, 53, 54% range. Now, Tampa offered the most value price-wise for a team that's going to win that many games, whose playoff probability, like the probability of them getting to the playoffs, we believe is extremely high, obviously, based on their record right now. The probability that they get a bye even is high. Like, all that is the reason why we like Tampa Bay long term. But the fact that Tampa Bay's played above their skis, ahead of their skis so far this year, is why I'm not high on them in the short term. But power rating wise, they're top 10, actually they're top 6 right now in my power ratings. Tampa Bay actually just cracked 6th. They're now 6th in my power ratings, overtaking the Philadelphia Phillies. So no, Tampa's up there. And in the American League, here's what you got to remember. All the powers in the NL, the best teams are in the National League this year, boys. Dodgers, Brewers, Braves, Cubs, Phillies. 5 best teams are in the National League. The only team you could fit in there are the Yankees and Tampa. That's it. And then throw in Toronto, power rating wise, Toronto. All 3 are in the AL East. The rest of the American League, dog shit. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. All right. Let me try to get to some questions. Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah, here's the thing with Oklahoma City AB. I don't like what I'm seeing, man. The line should be a lot higher. The sharp books have the money line on Oklahoma City right now minus 145. Dude, it should be minus 160. This line's minus 3.5, and they're a home team. A home team in NBA that's minus 3.5, that money line should equate to about minus 160. I got my sharp outs have it at 145 right now. Why? Why? Is everyone betting Spurs with them on the money line? I don't think so. I don't. That scares me a little bit. I'll tell you the truth. And I like Oklahoma City. The reason I haven't released a premium play, the reason there's not a package up, and again, today, Saturday's the busiest day. I'm supposed to be selling. I'm supposed to have a package up with the Game 7 on the line, big and lights, Game 7 lock. Dude, I can't do it. I don't have a fucking play. I'm not going to just make one up, or just because I like Oklahoma City. Because as the day's going on, I'm kind of leaning Spurs maybe plus the points. So when I'm feeling like that, I'm not going to put something out just to sell it. I can't do it. I don't care. And I know that's the job. But I told you, I separate myself from the job. And thank God I'm at Wager Talk where they understand that. And I have such a great relationship. And that's what they want. They want me to win. They want me to win for my subscribers. So my goal is, like, they want all of us, obviously. They never push us to put out picks, to sell games. I hate that shit when you have that pressure. Sites do that. Believe me, I've been there. I've been there. I've had an owner call me and tell me I need a game of the year from you today, Ace. Come on. Seriously? Come on. That's the industry. That's why it's got a black eye. It deserves it. But not everybody does it the wrong way. All right, so let's talk Oklahoma City and San Antonio real fast, so then I could get into MLB, give you some actionable information. Bottom line is this. Historically, we know who has the advantage in Game 7. It's the home team. That's why you want home field advantage and you play the whole season for. So you can get home field advantage. Why? Because you want the playoffs to have to go through you. That's what's happening for Oklahoma City. So that's a positive for Oklahoma City. We know historically, Game 7s in the NBA, all rounds, first round, the last round. The team wins about 7 out of 10 times, 70% of the time. Yeah, if you sign up, join for the year, bro. Don't do the week shit when I'm going to be hot, when I'm not going to be hot. It's going to happen. My profit's going to come like the stock market because I do this for real. And it's going to come like mine comes with the groups I work with. It's going to, like, we're going to make all our money for the year probably over 30 days. Yeah. All our money for the year will be made over about 30 days of the 365 days of the year. So you miss those 30 days. There's a difference between being up money or losing money. And that's how it should, that's what it comes down to. If you're a real trader, that's what it comes down to. It's just like with, look at Bitcoin. If you were out of it over the top 20 days that it's increased in value, have you made money? Think about it. And again, if you're doing this for real, that's how it should play out. That our profit's going to come like that. So if you're going to partner with me, do it for the year. Take advantage of that because number one, your ROI is the highest because your overhead's the lowest. Number two, you get the blackjack course. I swear, this isn't me like trying to sell anything. I give a fuck for selling or else I'd have free packages up today. But it just makes sense. Like if you're ever going to want to learn advantage play, that blackjack course is free. Like that will make you an advantage blackjack player. There's zero doubt about that. None at all. And there's nothing a casino could do to stop that from happening. And you have that forever. You may not be properly funded today, but 10 years from now, you may be. And rest assured, the same thing I used 10 years ago is working today and is going to work 10 years from now, unless they stop dealing the game. That's the bottom line. But the truth is, that is how it goes. If you do this for real and you do this every day, it's going to come like that. Over your 20 or 30 biggest trading days is what's going to determine your entire year. And that's the bottom line. And that's why I think a lot of recreational bettors that pay for information, I pay for information. That don't make you a square. I hate jerk-offs that say that. Oh, we don't pay for information. Are you kidding? Line services are paying for information. Trend services are paying for information. Online calculators for sports betting is paying for freaking sports betting information. Like I pay for freaking tons of information. Like that's how do you win? I do it for stocks too. Are you kidding me? Like there's value out there, but the key is keep that overhead low. Keep that overhead low. So getting back to, I went off track. The NBA game, bottom line, advantages there for Oklahoma City. But we know that in this series between these two, that just hasn't really been the case, meaning the home court advantage hasn't mattered all that much. Even before this series, meaning the series between these teams, forget the playoffs. San Antonio's been able to win in Oklahoma City. In fact, look over the last 10 games. San Antonio's won 6 of those. Like they've proven they could win in OKC. Okay. Also, the sequence of wins and losses, the way San Antonio's done it, where they win game 1 on the road, and then they win a game 6 at home at a closeout game. Dude, that's happened 3 times in this round of the NBA playoffs. And it's going to a game 7. And all 3 times, the team like San Antonio beat the home team outright. Didn't even need points. They won outright. So again, trends and angles and handicap, there's a lot to unpack. Now, power rating wise, here's what I can tell you. Oklahoma City's above San Antonio, okay? That's just the bottom line. And the problem becomes, what should the spread be? And we make our line Oklahoma City right where it is, where they win this game 60% of the time. In fact, that's what my guy sent it out. He said Oklahoma City 61%. So I should be betting it at minus 145. That That's a slight edge at 145. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll be cautious on that total. Here's the key. Sharps are going to bet under every game 7. They do that automatically. So I wasn't surprised to see under money from some sharp accounts, especially when it was up at about 213 and a half. Since then, they're not the ones betting the under. I'm interested to see what recreational bettors do, because I'm seeing a lot of under love online about, with these two teams and the defense, and it got the under. We hit that. I had a 4% on the under last game. I also had Oklahoma City, unfortunately, but we hit our under there. And so far, the over's only 4-2 in this series. So again, tough game 7. I'm just going to tell you, so far I don't have anything. If I can confirm something early enough, I'll put a package out available for those daily guys, because I'll have good information. If not, subscribers, you know how it's gone. About an hour to 30 minutes before game time, I've gotten that same group that bets every single playoff game. Pretty much they've been betting. They've done good with it. I'll see what they come on. I have my circles for the side and the total. If they fall, you'll get a play, obviously. Now, let's go over MLB, because I didn't put a Steam sheet out because the Steam room's here today. So let me go over MLB. Again, we have one premium, but let's see what we can confirm, because there's some afternoon games, and then I'll get you out of here. I'll give you WNBA and get you out of here as well. Answer some questions first, though. And next week, I am moving. I had to my lease ends but tomorrow. My lease ends tomorrow, and I'm getting out of here. I'm kind of sick of living in a casino atmosphere, but more importantly, I'm overpaying for this room, and I just want out. But I a lot going on, and this coming week is UFC with the White House card coming up. I have stuff to tape for them, and I got I'm busy. So I said, can you extend me a week? So I had to pay a dime for a week, an extra week. And I'm trying to get organized with my assistant to get me out of here. So this week, I'm not going to have time either. But I promise you, once that's done and I'm situated, we will have our Steam room, not just Saturday, but we'll have one during the week as well, just so I could answer all questions. Because again, I'm going to do some streaming where I'll be able to be live and answer some questions. But this is different. This is for one-on-one with my subscribers, where we meet in private, and I'm there to answer more specific questions and go over some things more in detail as far as bet sizing and any other questions they may have. Now, some of the stuff that I'm looking at so far today, like I said, we only have Minnesota bet. The next few plays we're looking at are, let me pull them up. All dogs. Here's what I'll be handicapping from. Are you ready? 953 Miami, about plus 115. 956 St. Louis, about plus 115. 974 Athletics, about plus 135. And Arizona, about plus 135 as well. That's the sharpest stuff still remaining. That I'm going to dig into and see if I confirm any based off our implied win probability, power ratings, and my own handicap. Now, some stuff that would be on the Steam sheet that was in the accounts today. All right. Start off first with 952 Washington, plus 120. Public's heavy on San Diego. They also bet that game under, but at 8. It's now 7.5. Wow, we bet over. Remember, we went over in the first 5, over in the game yesterday, and blasted that one. Now they're coming back with under in San Diego and Washington today. Also, 953 Miami. In fact, Miami, let me just make sure, because I think I'm just going to confirm that right now for us. Let me just check my power rating. Mets. All right, I do have the Mets winning, but it's another 51-49, so we're good there. All right, Mets have some room to make up here. All right, I knew that was going to happen. We got a little bit of time, but I am leaning on Miami. I'm getting stronger lean on Miami. St. Louis, we're probably going to leave that one alone. Line moved a little bit too much for my liking. Yeah, I could have got plus 125, 130 early. Unless someone comes in over the top. We'll probably end up leaving that one alone. Athletics, I do lean Athletics versus the Yanks in this one. Now, again, tough to fade the Yanks, but Athletics did take 2 of 3 of them in that series, and they've lost 4 straight now at home. Again, they don't have a home field advantage. In fact, they have a negative home field advantage. Yankees now also won now, what, 5? Wow, 5 straight, 4 on the road. Weathers. Again, my implied win probability on the Yankees game is 60. It's right on the number. So we won't be playing Athletics. Last but not least, Arizona. Okay, here we've got light. This one's exactly the only negative for Arizona is okay, they're playing a little better than they should be, but that's okay. Seattle's playing a lot worse than they should. Not really. They should have a few more wins. That's about it. Okay, let's see. Let's just hope Seattle is in on a little run. Oh, they are. Okay. Let me look at that pitching matchup real fast. Sorry, I just got to do math in my head real fast. 60 innings, 11 games. He averages 5.5 innings per game and more than half a run per inning. Woo. Also about 5.5 innings per game. Less than half a run per inning allowed. All right. Arizona, Seattle. I'm going to pass on that one as well. So only lean so far is on Miami. Now, again, I'll get back and finish the list of the sharp plays in baseball for you guys that handicap your own stuff. 960 Colorado. That was the last one in the National League. Now American League. 966 Baltimore plus 125, 120. 969 LA Angels plus 150, 145 and the under 7.5. And then Boston plus 131, 130, 125, 120 in the WNBA. Still a little early. We finished number 1 in profit in WNBA last year. Once we start rolling in WNBA, forget about it. So far today, Indiana is the only legit play at minus 10.5. That's why it's 11 and 11.5. The only negative is that power rating wise, that's exactly what we have. We have Indiana winning this game by 11. So there wasn't enough value to make a bet, and that would have been just betting my opinion. And we don't do that. It's the quickest way to go broke is betting what you think is going to happen. That's foolish. If you know what's going to happen, just go play the lottery. All right, I'm just looking at something right now. Indiana, 1-11-10. Oh, Indiana, but let me see. Indiana's on the road at Portland. I'm seeing if we could confirm WNBA. I'm sorry. Like I said, this isn't scripted. This is how streaming's going to be. This isn't a scripted show. Oh, no, they just came off a 2-point loss last night in their last game. No, we're not fucking with Indiana. All right, we're good. We're good. So we're good, man. Listen, I can't force shit. I can't force it. I'm not going to force no bets. I'm not going to bleed no units. I got one goal. That's to be up money. That's it. That's it. Let me answer some questions. One bankroll. You're working off one bankroll. The different accounts are places to shop, to put your bankroll at play. It's kind of like with stocks and crypto. You know, I have Kraken account. I have a Coinbase account. It's just for wherever I'm trading, where I could get lower fees. You're welcome, Mitchell Brothers. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm telling you, the baseball, listen, here's the beauty. Here's what I love. I'm more excited for baseball than anything these next few months. You know why? Because we lost the first 2 months of the season. And I love our baseball. Like, I love the sources that we work with. I'm very confident. I see the stuff that comes in. And like I said, the profit's going to come like that. I can't time it. I don't know when, but I just know their long-term results, how we do in baseball. And it's usually really, really well. So the fact that we're working from a negative from behind, this is when I'd want to jump on for baseball. And as you see, I'm not forcing anything. I got one bet so far. It's a 3%er. That's it on Minnesota. Why? Because when season's over, I want to be up in baseball. Yes, your bankroll for sports betting, you got to treat it like a business so it pays like a business. You can't keep it in your pocket, meaning it can't be, oh, you know, I'm going to take out of it because I'm getting gas. I'm going, unless that's for your business, or I'm taking my girl out or things like that. Like, you got to separate that from your normal life, from your daily life, forgive me, from any other venture. You got to approach it like a business, whether it's $500 or $500,000. I'm starting in this business. It's a $500 business. Oh, what's your business do? I look for inefficiencies in the sports betting market. How do I do it? I bet $5 per game. That's it. I know I'm over betting my edge a little bit, but what can I do? I can't bet only $2.50. Most books I could only bet $5 minimum. So, you know, at least I could replenish that. I respect the shit out of someone doing that. Get a $500 bankroll and bet $5 a fucking game and be profitable after 6 months. You're the man. You're sharp. That's a winning. Fuck, seriously. Compared to the jerk off showing they lost $300,000 doing stupid shit, or $10,000 parlays for 50 grand, whatever. Come on, stop the nonsense. It's so, Jay, God bless you, bro. God bless you. Bro, those demons cost me more than anything else, sir. More than anything, Jay Diesel. I wish I in Jesus' name, please, like, rebuke all those bad spirits from all of us. Everyone in this steam room, please, in Jesus' name, get rid of those spirits. Those bad demons that we have on our shoulder telling us to overbet, take a bad number, gamble. Bro, I promise you, Jay, I fight them every day too. Even now, I still make mistakes. There's still times, I can tell you, over the last 12 months, maybe 2 times, where I way overbet. I bet and I lost. I lost more than I should have. And I'm so mad at myself for it. 3 decades of experience, having lost multiple bankrolls, having been slapped in the face so many times for doing that. It's not like I haven't been punished for it. I've been punched in the face, kicked in the mouth, knocked the fuck out for doing it. And I still do it at times. It's that hard, Jay. It's that hard, bro. And it's okay. Like, it's for some, it's not as hard. Like, I see some guys, it's just not hard for them. And I'm not jealous of it. I envy it. Like, that's freaking awesome. I love seeing it. Like, that's someone who's absolutely built for it. I know I'm built for it, but I had to truly learn the discipline side. I'm built for the trader mentality, but I didn't have that discipline, that long-term patience. And markets, a really smart stockbroker told me, markets are a way of extracting money from impatient people and giving it to the patient. That's exactly what markets do. Think about it. Anyone that's in this steam room that's ever been into stocks, crypto, you know, you've been there. You've been there, right? It's the worst. Well, we don't have the patience. And you're like, if I only held, you know how many Bitcoin I'd have right now? If I just held, do you know how many Ethereum I'd have right now? If I just held. It's patience, man. It's patience. Dude, again, most of us know right from wrong. Most of us know what we should be doing. Can we do it? That's it. It's that simple, man. It really is. It's like losing weight. It hasn't changed, bro. You take in less calories than you burn, you'll lose weight. Burn more than you take in, you lose weight. But why has obesity been a problem forever and bigger than ever? Why? Because it's difficult. And more importantly, what have we seen in our lifetime? Every diet, every pill, every fucking way to lose weight, the easy way, right? Why? Because the hard way, so few can do it. You think sports betting's different? You think trading is different? It's all the same shit, bro. That's why people that are like, until I grew up and became a man, and I was a 30-year-old child, I was a 35-year-old child. I thought I was a man. I lived like a man, but I wasn't a man. Until you start living responsibly and with discipline, you're living like a child. That's the bottom line. So with that said, we need to man up, have the patience to think long term, to change behavior, not repeat it, correct it, not repeat it, correct, don't repeat, correct, don't repeat. I just keep reminding myself, man. I know a lot of you probably jumped off already. God bless you. It's all good. But all I can tell you is I want to see you do well, man. And I don't want to see people lose money to these sports books that don't need no help. They don't need no help. My man Block in the house. Love you, bro. Are the Knicks capable of winning, Joe? Oh, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Let me stop preaching. Save that for live streams. Let me stop preaching. Let me get back to what matters. All right. Can the Knicks win? Let me tell you something, my friend. I'm going to say this right here for the first time. You are hearing it first right here in the steam room. This is announcement made right here, right now, in real time. My number one power rated team in all of the NBA are the New York Knicks. That's correct. The New York Knicks. And we don't adjust off of recency biases and bullshit like that. My man don't even know that the Knicks swept. He just sees the data, the numbers. And when he plugged them in, they were above Oklahoma City. They were above San Antonio. They weren't coming into the playoffs, I can tell you that. And I'm sure a lot of ratings, power ratings out there don't show what I'm saying. But I'm telling you now, they are the number one defense. And I know you're going to argue strength of schedule, strength of schedule, strength of schedule. Well, you can only play who's in front of you. And they've managed to annihilate and get there with a number one defense. And they're a top 10 offense. They're very dangerous. Do not count them out. I know if Oklahoma City wins tonight, record-wise, on paper, they'll look like, wow, they won 10 more games. You know, they're the team. And even with the Spurs, don't count out the Knicks, my friend. Don't count out the Knicks. I'll tell you that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you, Agent. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I wish I had college bases today, Clint. I don't have college bases, man. And I even have them power rated, but I don't have college bases. Once it gets into, what is it, that tournament? Like, is that right now where the World Series thing? Let me look at something. Because I'm going to start using the power ratings myself. They're gonna force they're gonna force me in the placing bets. They're gonna force me to handicap my own shit, is what I meant to say. Yeah. Like right now. There's a lot of college baseball today. Oh, shit. All right, let me see something real fast. Real fast. Since you brought it up. Who am I to stop a man? All right. Give me a matchup. Give me a matchup. That's at least a little close. All right, Florida State, Coastal Carolina. Florida State, Coastal Carolina. Let me handicap that power rating. Florida State, Florida State. All right, Florida State. All right, my man's got them in his top 10. Third defense. All right, Coastal Carolina. Oh, yeah, there we go. Where's that? Come on. Yeah, Florida State over Coastal Carolina. Florida State over Coastal Carolina. They beat Coastal Carolina. Almost makes me want to bet it. You know what? I'm going to write them down, my plays that I would be betting. We'll see how these power ratings when his implied win. Let me see something else. Hold on. What's the line there? What's UCLA? How heavy of a favorite's UCLA? 385. I was going to see if they had a point spread. UCLA's a blowout. UCLA's a blowout. You could lay 400 on UCLA. Oh, wow. Is there a point spread on North Carolina?
It's 11 o'clock.
Minus 4.5 North Carolina and 470. Nah, I'd take the 4.5. I'd take the 4.5. I'd take East Carolina plus 4.5. All right. Yeah, but no, I'm just playing with his power ratings, but I provide accounts for a group that does all that college baseball, and when they bet, I share it. But they don't have anything in there. Nebraska and Ole Miss, you want to know? Oh, all right. Now you got a specific game. Perfect. I'll tell you what I have. Maybe you'll give me a winner. Okay. We have Mississippi. He's got Mississippi power rated above Nebraska. And in this game, his math would come out. I'll tell you. He's got Mississippi would win this game on close to 60% of the time. I don't know if that helped. What do we have here? Play, and here's why Nebraska's host team. Yeah, I don't know if that, I'm not sure who you're betting, but that's what we have there. We've got Ole Miss winning that game close to 6 out of 10. My man, craps. That's a fun game. Fun game, brother. Fun game. Here's the thing. I like to play craps, especially to help my rating. And I just, pass line it and max odds. It's just, they ruin that. The Greek ruined that with when he fucked Vegas up. You know that story, right? It's a true story. Nick the Greek made them change the odds on the craps tables. When they were 100, I came out here, they were 100 to 1 everywhere. You could get 100 odds, 100x odds on pass line everywhere. That dude went on a run that lasted a few months and I think ultimately ended up winning 8 figures off of like a $50,000 bankroll. And that changed the crap odds forever. That's when they went down to 5 to 1. Now you see 3 to 1. And that's the only bet on the table that is even. We don't have an edge, but they don't have an edge either. I mean, it's as fair as you're going to get as a coin flip. It's your pass line bet, the odds on pass line, your odds bets, and they don't let you do it, man. Yeah, soccer's been on fucking fire. I talked about that today, Ronan, on Wager Talk today on last call. Those guys are just gearing. They made their money off of the last 2 months off soccer, got a shitload of units piled up, and they're now awaiting the World Cup. They're all hands on deck. I actually called to find out where's the soccer for this week. They're just they're because there's so many betting opportunities. Now, obviously, I won't be able to use them all because, again, I'm not going to send out 40 plays. But he was telling me that, he's like, bro, keep finding me accounts. We're going to be betting corner kicks, all kind of shit, over under in corner kicks. These guys are getting ready to make a lot of money over that World Cup because we think football's big, soccer huge. And that market is going to be so liquid of square money that these wise guys are salivating. They are putting bankrolls together, joining forces to put bankrolls together to do damage, is what he was telling me. They're teaming up with another group to really do. I can't wait. So I'm excited, baby. Get ready for World Cup. Get ready for World Cup. I'm going to be firing. I will be firing. That much I promise you. No, I'm going to go to, I wish, man. Keith, I'm going to go to the Philly. I want to go to the Philly card in August. I want to go to UFC in Philly. Good, man. That's good for you for having that fucking discipline, bro. My man stands. That's impressive. Joe, there's nothing wrong with making multiple bets. In fact, you should want to place as many bets as you can if they're advantageous. See, here's where recreational bettors make a mistake. And I see it all the time because I see what they tweet at me when we have a losing day and I had volume. They're happy when I go 10-1, but if I go like 3-7, why so many fucking games? Why can't you just pick 2 games like everybody else? Because that's not how it works. You think it's that easy? You think it's that easy that you just pick that one game every day that's a lock? Are you kidding me? No. You get down in as many plus EV positions as possible, knowing even with an edge, you're going to lose a lot of them, but you're going to win more than you're going to lose. But the edge is small. Okay. You're not going to be hitting at lane 110 to win 100. And if you're betting, 3 bets a day, that's 100 bets a month. If you're great at what you do, and you have a winning month at minus 110 to win 100, you'll go 55-45 on average. Okay. So that's 55 wins, 45 losses. That's if you're great at this. If you're in the top 1%, if you're actually making money betting sports, if you're in that 0.5% of bettors that make money doing it. Okay. So you'll go 55-45. Add in the VIG on the 45 losses. So you'll be up 5.5 units every 100 bets you should expect to be up. Okay. That's your implied win, 5.5 units. All right. Every 100 bets. So over 1,000 bets, you expect to be up, right? 55 units. Well, you got to determine how much do I want to make? How much do I need to make to survive? Let's say I need to make 50 grand a year to survive. Well, then I know I need to be betting 1,000 a game because I'm only going to be up 55 units at the end of the year. If I have a great year, if I'm the best at this. So I need to be betting $0.10 a unit. You know what kind of bankroll you have to be betting $0.10 a unit? A huge ass bankroll. So don't worry about placing 1 bet, 10 bets. Focus on placing good bets. Because good bets lose all the time. Bad bets win all the time. It's just if you do it long enough, bad bets will break you. Good bets will make you. That's the difference. But in the short term, you can't tell the difference between a winning better and a losing better. Over 10, 20, 50, 100 bets. You can't tell the difference between randomness or being plus EV. Except, closing line value and shit. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to tell the difference profit-wise. No, I have all my crypto is all I have in crypto is what I've have in cold storage reality. I'm in all cash in crypto. My thesis is that the 4-year cycle is still alive and Bitcoin will reach a bottom in around October. It didn't in May, which means it's going to follow that 4-year cycle. And I expect in October, around October, for it to be in its lowest. And obviously, altcoins all bleed the Bitcoin when it's not alt season. So I haven't really done anything except waiting. I'm just waiting. That's it. But a group that I do stock stuff with, that these guys are next level. Like they have, I don't even have the type of money that I should be in their group. But we just became good friends when I went to a seminar and they allowed me in it. And so I get their information and it's unbelievable, the stuff that they do. Anyway, what I was getting at is the one guy is just crypto and he's high on 2 right now. That with pullback he's buying. I'm trying to see, man. Oh, I threw it out. I thought I had written it down because I wasn't going to buy him. So, but I'm just looking for his text. Nah, sorry. But I'm in AI stocks, I'll tell you that. And I was real close to trimming, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not trimming these. I'm going to let them ride. And I should take profit because some are up almost like double in price. Again, I'll explain in stream how I do my stock picking and what I do. Wow. They say the energy stocks that are relevant to pay attention to, and I'm in 2 of them. The relevant energy stocks right now are Oklo, OKLO, SMR, Vistra, UUUU, that's 4 U's, and LEU. I'm in 2 of them. I'm in Oklo, OKLO, and in LEU. LEU is like energy, but I think it's wait, what did they do again? Was it atomic? I forget, something like that. Again, like I said, I just trade the shit. I don't marry it. I don't fall in love with it. But all right, let me go. Let me keep going. Then I'm going to get out of here, guys. Get you out of here so we could finish up. And what I'm able to confirm, you'll be getting the premiums for sure for subscribers. So you'll be getting more plays because I'm still working. It's only 11 o'clock in the afternoon here. Yeah, Joe, keep betting those soccer plays. Tell me, they're all plus EV. These guys get good information, and they're betting 2nd division in Peru. Come on, who else is betting that shit? Yeah, good night UFC. Good night UFC, Dave. Well, that was 3 straight good cards. We had PFL last week. We went 4-1, I think. The UFC event before that, same thing. And I lost last year in MMA. If you look, since 2020, 3 of those years I finished number 1. 1 of those years I finished number 2. And last year I lost in MMA. Like, if you're ever going to bet my MMA shit, 2026 is when you should be betting it. If you're ever going to follow it, because I'm coming off my first losing year in MMA in a long, long time. And when it comes to MMA, I'm in a good position. I get good information. I talk to a lot of very knowledgeable people on that shit. Yeah, correlated, brother. You know, correlated. Yeah, just hit me up when you're in town, brother. Hit me up when you're here. All right, let me just check the account, see if anything has come in that I could share, and then I will get you out of here. And like I said, during the week stream is coming for the Steam Room. And again, check out on Twitter for updates when I have to go live. All right. Yeah, this is a sharp account. They bet Oklahoma City and over. Just telling you now. I'm not saying they bet Oklahoma City plus -3.5. They didn't even buy the hook. Wow. And over 212, -105. So they're sharp. And then I know other guys that bet the over that are sharp. And this is, again, when it gets to a game 7, when it gets to a finals, championship game, Super Bowl, the best job is the best position to be in is a bookie. You're never going to lose money. When it's a game 7, when it's a championship game, a Super Bowl, when it's just that one game that everyone's betting on, it's impossible to lose money. It's impossible to lose money. Just because the amount of volume, and you're getting 11-10. And then on parlays, teasers, you're getting even more than the 11-10. So it's impossible for books to lose money. That's why on games like that, don't worry about what the public's on. That shit doesn't matter at all. All right. So yeah, nothing else has come in. We are good. I love you guys. Those of you that partnered up, again, next week, it'll be just us, more intimate. And following week, we're going to have one during the week and on Saturdays, because I want to be able to go one-on-one and really answer some questions. We'll be at the halfway point almost of the year. And again, we cut that in half over the last 7 days. Let's do the same. And then we start moving forward, baby. I love you guys. God bless you and yours. Stay safe. Stay safe. I hope you hit this freaking Game 7. I'll be sending out my bets when confirmed, along with anything else we add to that Minnesota bet. You guys are the shit. Thanks for hanging out.